Hey. Time for another out of this world story from our space. A wise person once said, "It is a painful thing to look at your own trouble and know that you yourself and no one else has made it." Today in our space, we learn that we must take responsibility for our own happiness and not place that responsibility in anyone else's hands. In our first story, the fool knows after he suffered. From Russia with betrayal. I don't even know how to begin. This story is unbelievably bad. It makes me look like such a fool. The only thing I can say to defend myself is that I am too trusting. I'm a woman of 32 years. So in lockdown of the winter of 2020 to 2021, I was addicted to a PC game called Rust. I played 10 to 12 hours every day, mostly for social contact, for the adrenaline rush, and to escape my then suffocating and controlling boyfriend of 15 years. Whilst playing, I met a guy from Russia. I'd never met anyone from Russia before and was fascinated by his life. We fast became close friends. We were both experiencing misery in our relationships and slowly, sort of playing together and talking all day, every day. I was in pretty terrible mental health at the time. I was signed off from work with anxiety and knew my relationship was the cause. Within 6 weeks, the Russian had sent me over 11,000 messages. He was becoming more and more flirtatious by the day. We realized we had mutual romantic feelings for each other and decided it was only fair to tell our partners. I told my partner the truth, that I had stopped loving him long ago and that I had feelings for someone else and it wasn't fair to stay. It was a messy breakup. We had been together half our lives and he begged me not to leave. But staying wasn't fair to him. My heart wasn't in it anymore. I was honest. I told the truth and I left. The Russian did the same. He told his girlfriend the truth, and although we were 3,500 miles apart, we were happy. The key complication was that he was also a father. He had a 4-year-old daughter, and he had to keep a close relationship with his ex because they were raising a child together. She knew about me. I respected her strength. Everyone knew the deal. We started to make plans to meet. He went back to work in the spring as a trucker, driving for 10 hours a day. I also went back to work, and we had a 4 or 5 hour time difference. Communication became difficult. We couldn't game together anymore. His speaking English wasn't great, so we rarely video called. And then, because of financial difficulties, his ex never ended up moving out. It was hard work, but we had plans to meet. In the July of 2021, I admitted that I had fallen in love with him. He said he thought he felt the same, but as we had never met face to face, he, probably quite wisely, wanted to wait until we met to be sure. He said the eyes do not lie, but for a few months, things were tense. A woman at his work was getting too friendly with him, but he assured me I had no need to worry. With COVID travel restrictions, things looked impossible, but I got my vaccines and eventually the travel ban to Russia was lifted. In December of 2021, I, a solo woman from the UK, got on a plane and flew to central industrial Russia alone to meet a man I had only ever met online. He had made arrangements to borrow a car from a friend and to stay a few nights in the forest near where he grew up. We had sex the first night, and most days after that. His ex and daughter moved out of his flat, and we spent a few days there playing games together and having sex. He was less keen than I was, but I figured he had a low sex drive. It was an amazing 2 weeks. He looked me in the eyes and told me he loved me. I was happy. I even met his ex and his daughter. It was awkward, and he asked me not to be physically affectionate in front of them. I agreed for the kids' sake. I was heartbroken to leave, as was he. But soon we were back to normal life. It was hard, but had become my normality. He lived with his ex or he worked away. He spent New Year's alone with them, which was upsetting but explained by COVID. But he was making plans to move to my country. He got a passport, researched visas, asked if we were going to get married. Then, things got really hard. The woman from his work hunted me down on social media and said they were in love and having sex. He said she was a jaded woman wanting revenge because she could not take him from me. I trusted him. Next, he got sick. He had an STD, but claimed it was the type that lay dormant for years. His ex had it too, despite the fact he hadn't slept with her since 2020. I didn't have it. He said I must have a good immune system. I trusted him. In June, his mom died unexpectedly. He was busy sorting all the arrangements. A week or so later, he said he wasn't sure if he should be with me, by himself, or try to fix things with his ex. She had said she wanted to get back together with him for their daughter. I was heartbroken and cut contact. In August, I reached out to him. I still loved him, but all I wanted was to gift the book I had written for his daughter. He said he would print it. He told me he loved me and missed me, that it had all been a huge misunderstanding. I believed him. But today, he said something strange. So I reached out to his ex and asked her why she was still so close to him. I've never messaged her before, as we don't speak the same language. She asked me what I meant. They were his family. I explained that he was in love with me and wanted a family with me. She had no idea. He had never left her. He had lied to us both for 1.5 years. He never told her we were more than friends. He always told me they were just friends. I was a fool. I loved him completely. The sneaky, cheating scum of the earth. Edit. A lot of comments saying I cheated emotionally. If this is how I am judged, so be it. Karma has been served. I won't argue this point anymore, but I genuinely tried to be open and honest with everyone at every stage. I don't think anyone is innocent in this, OB. I think what you were doing was emotional cheating, and if you were feeling the way that you were about your ex, the right thing would have been to communicate that with him. And honestly, long-distance relationships are hard because anybody can be anybody they want online. Lies are easily hidden because they choose to reveal what they want to reveal. It's easy to get fooled. It's a shame that you had to fly all the way to Russia to find this out. It's like the COVID restrictions were almost assigned to back out right then and there. You're really lucky that nothing turned out worse than it did. I might watch too many movies, but you're lucky you didn't get involved in some sex trafficking ring. I hope this was a profitable learning experience for you, OP. I'm glad you're safe. What do you make of this? Meanwhile, up next, loving yourself first is the best way to spread love. Attraction to other people while in a relationship. So I, female 25, have a partner, male 27, and we recently had a convo about being attracted to other people while in a relationship. I am bisexual and not attracted to anyone but partner at all. I do find people attractive, but could never have any sexual thoughts about this person. Even the thought of kissing is disgusting for me. But my boyfriend said that he does feel attracted to other girls, sexually. He said it's completely normal, specifically for men. It's like instinct, and he can't change. He is always complimenting me, saying I'm the prettiest girl in the world, etc., but also says stuff like, of course you put someone attractive, like a celebrity crush for example, in front of me, I'd want to screw. Every man would. But it's the choice of not doing it that I should focus on, he says, because he's committed to our relationship. Is that normal or common? I feel so insecure. Every time we go out, I can see him checking on girls and I instantly feel bad. I've been trying to change and open my mind. I really want some help. Some advice to get over, please. Edit. I really want to thank every single one that had the patience to stop, read my post, and also reply. It was my very first post on here and I absolutely love the diversity and the advice. My boyfriend said he would never make a girl feel uncomfortable in that way, nor turn his head to look at them. We ended up having another argument about other stuff, so I'm going to try again in another moment, using some of the good advice I got from here. But I really want to thank everyone for helping me open my mind. I am introspective and very insecure person, but I want to assure that I am working on myself and doing therapy every week in order to be a better person for myself, my boyfriend, and everyone around me. My boyfriend is my best friend and he talks to me accordingly, which means he says everything he thinks, most of the times with no filter. And he trusts me to be open about most of his thoughts, which I really appreciate. He's completely devoted to our relationship and this is the only time we can't really agree. Anyway, again, thank you everyone. The first comment comes from Mistake Sad 2527. Being attracted to versus having that attraction shape your behavior are two different things in my opinion. Most people will find other attractive people attractive, but you respect your relationship and your partner and not let those attractions shape your behavior in any way and move through life with boundaries. Call Me Muddled chimes in. Being attracted to someone else while you're in a relationship is okay. Acting on it is not. Top Dog Hot Mom adds this. He has the right-ish idea, but my God, he needs to really understand what he's saying. I'm sure if you told him those exact words, he would be livid. People find people attractive. This is one thing you just can't avoid in a relationship, and it sucks because it leaves you feeling insecure. However, it's up to you to realize your worth and understand this is just normal human behavior. But it is not normal to go out in public with your significant other and actively look at other women. And it's not normal to instantly want to screw every attractive woman you see either. Get a grip. Honestly, I think being attracted to other people while you're in a relationship is normal. I feel like you can appreciate beauty of all kinds, men and women, and the laws of attraction are totally subjective. I feel like acting on those urges is a completely different story. Acting on these desires and not practicing self-control while you've made the choice to commit to someone isn't normal and shouldn't be acceptable. Hold on your hats, here's an update. You guys were right. He was cheating. I went through his phone. We went out drinking the night before my flight. We got so wasted, at the bar I made him tell me. He said her name, but he didn't say everything. I was still feeling off, like that was not all. We went back home, and in the morning, around 6 a.m., I went through his phone and saw all the messages. I feel so crap. I woke him up and beat the crap out of him. Not proud at all, regret deeply. I took pictures of everything. He kept asking, "Why you went through my phone?" Tried blaming me, gaslighting me. I don't even know what to say. Someone said he moved on, you were right. A while ago, I asked him to delete his ex's naked pics. He said he did. Well, he lied. He just moved them to a hidden album. Every single pic. I ripped our pictures. I cut his favorite trousers. Again, not proud. I hit him a bit more. Hard. I tried messaging the girl through his phone. He didn't allow me. It's funny because since ever, he always denied letting people from his work know he had a girlfriend, that we were living together. That also hurt me so bad. We don't talk about her private life at work. The girl he was cheating was from work. All the nights he was out, he was with her. I tried messaging her through his phone. He went crazy. I told him to tell her he was on a relationship, and he said he wouldn't. She has nothing to do with it. Protecting her. I wish I was feeling numb. I have no words to describe the pain I feel right now. I'm on my 10-hour flight drowning in my own thoughts. I honestly wish I was dead. He kicked me out of the house when he saw I cut his trousers. I almost missed my flight, but found some amazing people on my way to the airport who helped me get there. He messaged me several times. I can't reply. I feel lost. I am broken. I couldn't even cry when I was talking to him. I can't stop crying now. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. My chest. I just want to end my life. I need to be honest. I doubted you guys. I really wanted to believe he would never. But he did. All I wanted was to understand him and to help him be himself. I just feel so cracked. I just want to disappear from Earth. Although what he did was terrible, it's important that we don't resort to violence, no matter how angry or disappointed we get. Even if what he did wasn't right, we need to practice self-control and not let our emotions get to us. Although he wasn't able to practice self-control and keep his hands to himself, that doesn't mean you had to stoop to the same level. We need to always be our best selves and regulate our emotions as best we can. That being said, you aren't the reason for him cheating. He made his own choices that were separate and apart from you. So please try not to let this eat away at your own self-image. You are so precious, and no one deserves to be cheated on and betrayed like this. Lastly, I think by saying you wanted to help him be himself, you were putting the focus and love that you deserve to give yourself on him. And he was so undeserving of it. I know when we love others, we want to pour ourselves out onto them. But the best thing we can do for those we love is love ourselves first. Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, lastly, time ran out for this taking time bomb. Feeling guilty for exposing a cheater. Earlier this week, I exposed a cheater. After finding out he had a girlfriend, I texted the girlfriend in detail about how her boyfriend was cheating on her with me. She believed me. They were living together. As a result of me telling the girlfriend the truth, the cheater is now homeless. She kicked him out the same night I told her. I guess he wasn't on the lease. He's not street homeless, but he's homeless in the sense that he's currently couch surfing with a coworker. The girl was very appreciative of me telling her. The cheater's coworker told me the cheater isn't angry at me and he recognizes this is a result of his actions. I'm feeling guilty. I feel guilty in the sense that, as a result of the message I sent, two people's lives were horribly shaken up. I know that's not my fault the person cheated, but all this was caused because of me. Has anyone been in a similar situation? Ask a question, you're gonna get an answer. J&H daughter says, yes, it was my coworker and she was cheating with another coworker. I told her I wasn't okay with it because I knew her partner and she tried to hide it from me like they were just friends, but she kept bragging about her sexcapades with other coworkers and they would come back and tell me. I told myself that as long as she doesn't tell me straight or doesn't do anything in front of me, I won't say anything. But she started to be real toxic to her partner and she decided to invite me to dinner with the partner and the affair partner. That's when I had enough, and I told the partner. I was not okay with her doing that. The partner dumped her and became close friends with me, and I had to help them to get over her. I had to sit there and watch them cry and watch their heart break. I did wish sometimes I said nothing, but I was wished that someone would have been nice enough to tell me when my ex was cheating, because no one did. I had to find out on my own, and it was way later, and so many years wasted. Just know you made the right decision. You were saving her from finding out later, and saving her from marriage and kids. Virtual Choir Boy adds this. This was not caused by you. You were the instrument of his downfall, but this was caused by him. He didn't have to cheat. He could have said no. He could have stayed faithful to his partner. He could have stayed respectful of his relationship. He didn't, and now he gets to experience the logical outcome of his choices. This is not your fault. It's his. I don't think this was caused by you at all, OP. Everyone is responsible for their own choices. I think you did the right thing by exposing him and his actions. As soon as you found out, you chose to let the other woman know. That was the best thing you could have done, and it proves that you're a good person. You shouldn't feel guilt at all. The moment this guy decided to cheat, he planted the taking time bomb that was ticking silently, waiting for the perfect moment to shake things up. Tell us a time when you had to expose a cheater in the comments below. And thank you for joining us today on Our Space. Please be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Also, please let us know what you thought of today's content in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.